Hello everybody. So I'm in Shinjuku Gyoen, which is one of the big parks in the city of Tokyo. And I want to take you around just a little bit for a couple of minutes to show you what it's like here in Shinjuku at full bloom. Because I'm looking right now at some of the trees and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Check this out. And there's a lot of people. This is down, that Shinjuku Gyoen is a very, very large area. It costs 200 yen to get in. And after you get in, you're treated to some amazing landscapes. It's a Japanese garden that you can walk around, known as a strolling garden. And you can see here in the spring, between March 20th to April 3rd, I want to say, it looks like this. And you just are completely like stunned by all of the cherry blossoms in the area. Now, there's cherry blossoms here, and I'm gonna take you over to the other side, and it's even more incredible. So just walk with me, will ya? Kind of take in the atmosphere a little bit. This is a weekday, and it's actually quite crowded. So this time of year is probably the busiest at Shinjuku Park. The people here are very international. I'm hearing languages from all over the world. It's kind of neat. Now there's a lake down there. You can get maps in English as you enter in, but I have to warn you, when you come here after about noon on a weekday, there's a line to get in, and they check your bags. No alcohol allowed in Shinjuku Gyoen. Bring your own food, bring your own drinks. They do have vending machines in here, but it's pretty crowded. I'm gonna turn the camera on. Check it out. This is the main thoroughfare. This is where people walk from the entrance in, and it's a big, wide, green, open area, and it's just really crowded. Usually you don't see anybody here, but on this day, a weekday, believe it or not, it's just packed. Don't these people have jobs in school? Cherry blossoms are about a week early, maybe 3-4 days early this year, because we've had pretty warm weather at the beginning of the month. So that means we got a happy cherry blossom tree, Sakura tree, so they open up early. Let me take you over here underneath this tree, and we're gonna loop back around, and I just wanted to give you a quick view of the area and a very short live stream. If you're in Tokyo, this is one of the better spots, I think. So you can see this tree is at 100% bloom, and I know this because you can see the blossoms are starting to fall. On the ground, you see white cherry blossom petals. Thank you, Photo Luke Hawaii. Aloha. Hey, Cheryl. Let's see it down here. They're kind of blowing in the wind, and when you get to 100% bloom, that's when they start falling. So this particular tree is at 100%. And you can see it's now starting to fall onto the ground, and they're blowing in the wind. Thank you, Nosh. Wow, this tree really is beautiful. And if you look under the trunk of it, you can see little patches of growth, which it's one of these things that always surprised me. Ah, yamete kudasai. Got him in trouble. One thing you should never do is to climb the trees or try to touch. I told him not to do that. Poor kid, he's probably crying because some stranger told him not to do something. But you can see just on the, well, maybe it's not 100% bloom. Here in the trunk, it is very, very rough looking trunk. You can see some of the blossoms haven't quite popped out yet, but one of the reasons you have to pay to come into Shinjuku Gyoen is because they really do a great job of upkeeping the park, keeping it in really good shape for everybody to do. Wow. That's a beautiful blossom right there. Stunning. Yeah, that's one thing that you should never do during the cherry blossoms. Don't climb the trees, ever. I don't care if you're 3 years old. You know, the parents should not let their kids climb any Sakura trees, and don't touch the blossoms, don't touch the branches. Again, you know, you don't want to ruin the experience for everybody else by, and if one person is touching it, it's like, well, why can't I do it, right? And then everybody starts to do it, and in Japan, locals know, don't climb the trees. Well, most of them know, anyways. But it's a really beautiful, this is a wonderful spot right here. There's different varieties of cherry blossoms. There are actually, I think, dozens of varieties of cherry blossoms, and you can see that in the colors. Some are pink, some are white, some bloom early, some bloom late. The blossoms are different. There are ume blossoms, which bloom earlier in the spring, and then there are the sakura trees, which bloom at this time. And there's some blossoms that bloom a little bit later on in April. So those of you who are kicking themselves because they're coming in April to try to see the cherry blossoms, don't worry. You just can't see them in Tokyo, maybe. You have to go to Kawaguchiko or to the mountains or to Tohoku. Hirosaki's Cherry Blossoms Festival. Thank you, Ken. Hirosaki's Cherry Blossom Festival, which I think is probably one of the best in Japan, is in Aomori Prefecture, and that starts around April 23rd. So believe it or not, that's over a month away. So you still have time. Just don't think that Tokyo is one of the earliest places where the cherry blossoms will bloom. And if you want to see the cherry blossoms, you can. In the entire month of April, there's a place somewhere that has cherry blossoms. You just might have to travel a little bit. So if you have a JR pass, you're in luck. I'm going to walk around just a little bit more, and then I'm going to make my way back and end the live stream. This is just a taste of the cherry blossoms. No, I'm not going to eat them, but I will film them. Oh, this one is really beautiful. Look at it hanging. Wow. I do apologize if the stream is a little bit blurry if we've got Minecraft, because we have thousands and thousands of people in the park. It does smell really nice. Cherry blossoms don't have a really big smell to them. I mean, it smells fresh and springy, but not like spring, but it's not an overpowering floral smell. Hey, Jim. Oh, you can see the cherry blossoms falling. A little bit of wind. I don't know if you can see it, if it's too pixelated, but a little bit of wind that we have right now, the cherry blossoms will start to fall. And the petals start falling from the trees, and it's a really beautiful sight. You see some construction cranes in the distance as we prepare for the 2020 Olympics. It's a really beautiful sight. Lots of people come here to take pictures as well. They'll bring their families or their babies. and they'll come here to take snap photos because it's such a beautifully well kept and groomed park. Let me show you the sign here. It says here Shinjuku Gate and the Japanese traditional garden, which they have a Sendagaya Gate. I highly recommend going to the Sendagaya Gate if you can because it's not as crowded. And in the distance you can see the Docomo Tower, one of the landmarks in Shinjuku. There should be a very strong signal because the phone I'm using is a Docomo phone, and up there they have tons of cell towers, so you figure it's not going to be too bad. But I do apologize if we've gone Minecraft. Using that word too. That means it's really pixelated and the picture isn't as clear, but we do have thousands and thousands of people doing hanami, which is cherry blossom viewing. This park is not alcohol is prohibited in this park, so you can't drink. Thank you, Eric. At this time of year, the only wildlife that's in the park probably are humans. They outnumber the animals by far. This is Tokyo. But you know, they do have ducks in the lake, and I do see geese from time to time, depending on the season. But all in all, it's not really big wildlife. You can go bird watching. There are some species of birds that do come in here, but it's not really a place that you would look to because as a place where they have wildlife watching. Ueno Zoo might be better. And if you don't like zoos, there are some wildlife preserves in Chiba, which are really beautiful to go and visit. Lots of baby strollers today. She needs a new umbrella. It's an overcast day today. It's not really too sunny. There's a light wind in the air. When you get to 100% bloom, that means the first rain or the first wind that comes in that's strong will knock them all out. And that's one of the saddest times of the year. It's when the cherry blossoms, the rain comes and washes them all away, and then you see them all washing up in the gutter, and you see them on the ground all over the place, and it's pretty sad to see when the cherry blossoms are gone. But, you know, this time of year, it's supposed to be a symbolism of life itself, you know? Things are very beautiful for such a short period of time, and in Japan, that's one of the things that we really appreciate about the cherry blossoms. It gives you a way to reflect on your own life and know that beauty and life in general is short. And we're here today and gone tomorrow. And it's cherry blossoms. They're not going to stick around for you the whole time. There are tons of videos on YouTube showing the cherry blossoms in 4K. I wanted to bring you live today just to take a look at it with you so you can see right now what it's like. Alright, so I know the quality of the live stream might not be so good. It's a Minecraft live stream. But I apologize for the quality. I know it might not be good. There's just too many people in this area at this time to get a really good signal. But I will be live streaming cherry blossoms for the rest of the week. So you're gonna get a chance to see lots of different areas in Tokyo, and hopefully that the pixelated versions of it gets a little bit better, the quality wise. But yeah, I might do some live streams, do some non-live streams and upload it in 4K because that might look a little bit better. I want you to kind of feel, it's different when you watch this live because you can listen to the sounds around you. And I don't know how bad the audio is because YouTube's audio on the live streams hasn't been the best, but I think it's a really good experience when you hear it live and uncut. Yeah. Take in the sounds of people talking around you and the wind going by, and maybe you hear some of the leaves rustling. This one is really beautiful. It's a big one. Wow, a lot of people from not from Japan right now. There's a lot of people from all around the world in this park right now, and you can tell just because I can tell because of the fashion and the style and the way they walk, the clothing colors that they choose. It's pretty interesting to see such a time like this where Shinjuku Park is filled with everyone from around the world. A lot of international visitors in the city. All right, I'm going to take you into this tree and then we're going to end the live stream. Wow, look at it. This is what you come to Japan at this time of year for. You come here to see this. Look at it. It's spectacular. I'm gonna get closer here. Wow. I'm going underneath the tree right now. Now we're under the canopy of the tree. You can see how wide the branches are. This is where I started the live stream about 20 minutes ago. And now we're under the canopy where we started the stream. So I hope you enjoyed that. I do apologize for the quality. I see the comments, and this is the best we can do. This channel is all live stream. Okay, we're having some trouble with the signal. I just wanted to give you a feeling of what it was like to be here for the cherry blossom season and take in the sounds, the sights, walk around a little bit. And if you do come to Japan at this time of year, Shinjuku Park is a pretty good place. Shinjuku Gyoen. The link is in the description. Leave me a comment if you like this spot, and let me know some of the other spots that you might have. Suli, thank you very much. I was impressed with Derek's video. This is Suli, just chimed in, and I put a link in YouTube as well. You can check out her son's food review of some pastries. I thought it was pretty good. That a take on the 7-Eleven food review that I did a couple of last week, the midnight snack. So taking the last 20 seconds looking at the Shinjuku Docomo Tower in the distance through the trees as we're underneath one of the cherry trees here and one of the Sakura trees here in Shinjuku. It's a really nice day today. That's right. Thank you, Minecraft Sakura. Bye-bye, everybody.